Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are, I believe it's week 5 in the greenhouse. Gonna come in and give you an update. There's a lot of big changes. Some great, some not so good. I did some bad things this time. But let's go inside and see these changes. All right, we'll start off here with the squash. If you'll notice, the outside of the leaves are turning yellow. And there's a reason for that. I'm gonna cover it in just a second. But as we get in here, I mean, you can see how big this thing is. Even worse than the squash is the zucchini. You can see how yellow those leaves are. Y'all, this is all totally my fault. I wasn't paying good attention to my water, and I should have caught it early. But my lines got stopped up and they went without water for about a week, and now I'm paying for it. But you can see, you can still see how big they growed, and they're sitting in water, but the water's not moving. So I haven't had a lot of production here. I've got a lot of male flowers, but not a whole lot of female. Got the squashes starting to, I mean, you can see several, they're ready to start blooming out, but it just hasn't yet. So, and the zucchini, this kind of went dormant. Here's a couple male flowers, not had any. Here's a zucchini ready to pop up right there. Take a look at this Big Daddy tomato that's going all the way up to the ceiling. Derek had made a comment on last week's video, and I sure do appreciate any of y'all's comments, but he said it was looking a little leggy, and it is. If you'll notice, I've got some sunshade in here. Right now it's 71 degrees, but by the end of the day it'll be over 100 degrees in here. So I tried to give it a little bit of shade. But what I did over here in the corner, you see I kind of pulled it back a little bit. This is my cherry tomato and the Roma tomato, and you see it's kind of bushing out a little bit more. So maybe we'll get a little bit more production out of this. However, you can see I've got a large sucker right here. I'm gonna be taking care of that, and we're fixing to start using these little pulleys. I'm fixing to do what's called a drop and lean, where I'm gonna pull this out, and it's gonna actually allow it to grow bigger, because we're already hitting the top of the roof. So next week you'll be able to see that. Starting to get just a finally starting to, well, I'm gonna get this leaf out of the way. Finally starting to get a tomato there. But like Derek had said, it's awfully leggy. It didn't do real good. It's not getting a whole lot of light, so not a whole lot of luck going on with that one. However, over here, like on my Roma tomatoes, they're starting to do really well. Come right here to the eggplant, it's starting to get really big. I'm real happy with the Brussels sprouts. Now, like I said, it's just an experiment doing this right now. They usually grow a lot later in the season, but I had some seeds. I figured I'd try and see what happens. Of course, the asparagus just keeps this coming up. You see, they just keep sprouting up new asparagus. We need a few years on it, but it's still doing really well. I've got all this lettuce. Gosh, I've got this one. It's so big. Look, and I've been clipping off of it, trying to feed it the chickens. I'm fixing to change over from the butter crunch to the butter head lettuce. It's a little bit more round and the leaves are a little bit bigger, but these do make good leaves for salads and really for my chickens. But this right here is actually what I'm looking for. This one right here is doing really well. I'm real happy with that one. And then we'll come over here to my bell pepper. It's coming up. We're not having a lot of production out of it yet. Got a little flower right there. Let me get it a little shape. Let it kind of self-pollinate. Kind of give it a little jiggle there. But I hope to start seeing it do a little better, or you're getting some okra. This thing's starting to get on up here. I mean, you can see from my height how tall it is, or where I am. So, just so I can get zoomed back a little bit. But just for a good perspective, let me just pull back and show you the greenhouse and what it's looking like. Golly, it's getting full. Hey, in the comment section below, I'm just curious where y'all are from. Just the state. You ain't got to tell me. I mean, if you want to tell me the city, that's okay. I'm just kind of curious where y'all from. If y'all from a different country, let me know that also. But I'm just trying to figure out who all was watching my videos and where y'all are from. But I'll leave y'all with my normal saying, just from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea how much I appreciate y'all, and I love each and every one of you the same way God loves each and every one of you. But I just want to let you know that, say hey to you mama and them for me. Y'all have a good day. I love y'all.